This is Danville, a small town in Vermilion County, Illinois. It lies about 140 miles south of Chicago, just near the state border with Indiana. Once a center for coal mining, today it has a population of some 40,000 people, and its economy is based on agriculture and a variety of small industrial companies in the area. One of these is Flex-N-Gate, the parent company of a facility which has now become the major American supplier of rear bumpers for Toyota pickup trucks. As more and more Toyota vehicles are manufactured in the USA, and the sales of parts and accessories grow dramatically, it has become essential to find and develop totally reliable American sources for component parts and accessories which will meet the extremely high standards of quality expected by Toyota buyers. Flex-N-Gate's production system for Toyota truck bumpers evolved over several years. As volume grew, various problems arose.
Traditionally, the problems we had was trying to satisfy Toyota's needs on complying with their schedule, their needs, the different types of bumpers in different quantities. As their schedule would change, trying to accommodate that.
Before we implemented the system, we were nothing short of chaos. We were running around all over the place, giving instructions all over the place, having instructions miscommunicated, misunderstood, re-instructing, mistakes being caused by the mistakes in instruction.
Toyota is different from the typical American companies where they would give their suppliers an annual economic increase. Toyota feels that for us to improve, we should be cutting our costs annually, so all the increases, which really are not controllable, like cost of energy or cost of materials, that can be made up. Henceforth, the price in the marketplace is not raised by Toyota, and we still maintain the volume in the marketplace.
To overcome these problems, and for the mutual benefit of all parties, Toyota has initiated a supplier development outreach program designed to improve quality, productivity, and profitability in the operations of American companies who supply parts and accessories for Toyota vehicles. This program is a three-way partnership between Toyota Motor Corporation in Japan, Toyota Motor Sales here in America, and their U.S. suppliers. Initially, after meeting with top management and holding training seminars for senior executives, the general manager from TMC's Operations Management Consulting Department made a detailed inspection and review of Flex-N-Gate's facilities, processes, and systems. This stage took a full week at the end of March 1990. To implement the highly efficient methods of the Toyota production system, the principal recommendations designed to achieve rapid results involved a total change in the way production was scheduled and how it flowed through the production process. In general, the system is designed to produce the highest quality products at the lowest cost and is based on the concept we call just-in-time. This means that the system should produce only what is needed when it is needed and in the needed quantity. By making sure that all materials and products arrive at the correct place just in time, the manufacturer can achieve optimum efficiency and quality through levelized small lot production, which will reduce inventory costs, avoid waste, and ensure prompt delivery of the needed products. At Flex-N-Gate's Bumper Works, to achieve a rapid improvement meant a change from their previous batch processing to producing a small quantity of each product every day to match the incoming orders. But to do this required a major reduction in the die setup times.
That's true. In any major industry, one of the keys to running short lots, small lots, is being able to minimize the die setup time. We've been very successful in reducing our die time changeover from 44 minutes to under 20, cutting our overall time by 50%. That's allowed us to be very effective in meeting the demands of just-in-time.
Over a period of 10 weeks, guided by the TMS project team who had received specialist hands-on training in Japan, Bumper Works made major changes in the equipment and procedures. Dies were standardized with common plates, special clamping devices, locating wedges, and cushion pin holders. V-blocks are attached directly to the dies to help align them. Special storage stands for each die are placed close to the press. And innovative staging devices are employed to move the dies into position. With these and other techniques, by mid-July, the average setup time was cut in half to 22 minutes.
Yeah, since they've moved the dies down here to the next to the heim, it's so much easier. Saves a lot of time. You know, and then all I have to do is just back it in, right into the rack. So instead of traveling all the way down to the end of the building, you just slide it in here. It makes it so much quicker on our die changes.
Another vital principle of TPS is the Kanban or pull system, which effectively pulls the required amounts of products through the manufacturing process according to the demands of the orders received.
The Kanban system for us, and the way it's intended, is to be a tool to communicate the necessary information to the worker who needs the information. Not too much information, not too little information. All the vital information that's needed, so there is no waste of information. It has helped us by having the operator know exactly what he is to do, when he is to do it, and pull the production through. The production control card is used as a tool to let the operator know, one, what is the next job? Two, is the material available? Three, is the tool available to run that job? Knowing that the operator can efficiently set up, now that we have reduced die setup time to less than 15 minutes, and produce exactly what we need, which has improved our throughput through our factory.
This is where our production begins, the sheer Kanban board. Every Kanban represents a piece of production. As we fill up the board, we know when we need to produce this particular product. In this situation, we're running to 910. We have 4 Kanban cards. When it passes over the green line, that means we need to produce this part. Before we started this Kanban system, we had no understanding of when we needed to produce. We had no schedule. We didn't understand how much inventory we had. This Kanban board represents our inventory, our work in process, everything in one. What the shear operator does, he walks up to the board, he sees the Kanbans are over the green line. He knows he needs to make this product. Each shift comes to this board, they look at the board, they see the Kanbans over the green line, then they know they need to make this particular product.
Continuous flow is the third major principle of the Toyota production system and its just-in-time philosophy. In order to achieve it, 2 consultants from Toyota Motor Corporation spent 2 two-week visits at Flex & Gates Bumper Works and, together with TMS USA personnel, studied and analyzed the production flow and processes. They then radically redesigned the plant layout for maximum efficiency, cleanliness, and quality control. With reduced die setup times, production now flows smoothly through the plant, from operation to operation, matching small lot sizes to daily shipping requirements.
Some of the improvements that we've made in the program have resulted in immediate benefits. An example would be the color coding of our dies to correspond with the presses that they go into. The presses have also been color coded, so now we know visually which die goes into which press.
We're probably the first U.S. supplier to Toyota who's had their key management people involved in attempting to bring up our productivity and to develop our people as a key supplier.
The Kaizen process moved rapidly from area to area, improving efficiency and installing the continuous improvement philosophy in all areas. The warehouse operations were also reorganized with visual management techniques, which provide rapid visual control of component and finished product inventories. Special storage areas were developed to highlight daily shipment activities and work-in-process inventories.
I used to be a lift truck driver, and as far as our warehouse, we would just run parts after parts. It would be just a madhouse back there full of parts. Tubs were stacked 3 and 4 high. There was just no way you'd have to climb on them and to look for the parts. Nobody knew exactly what was there. With the new system, it's well organized. They're only 2 high. There's no climbing. It's all of a visual thing. As far as bumper shells and inventory, there is very little. You know, you can drive by and see them. You're not having to move 4 or 5 skids to get the skid in the back. My job has become a lot easier because it is starting to make a flow to where we're going to schedule stuff in. Sometimes we have some hectic times where we're having to get stuff in to try out, but normally it's becoming easier because I have a plan of attack ahead of time and I kind of know what parts will be used, what inventory will be used, what supplies will be used, depending on what we're going to run.
This way we have a continuous flow, and then when we get to the bumper weld shop,
All these further changes and new systems were implemented by the Bumper Works Continuous Improvement Team, working closely with Toyota's Supplier Development Outreach Team over a period of 8 months from May through December. The consultants and engineers from both Toyota Motor Corporation and Toyota Motor Sales made regular return visits to review progress and advise on the next steps to be taken through constant discussions and communications. The continuous improvement never stops, and after cutting die setup times in half, the team is now developing further improvements to cut the times by another 50% to 10 minutes or less. After achieving these reductions, the focus turned to increasing productivity in the welding area. But above all, the emphasis is always on maintaining the highest standards of quality that are symbolized in Toyota's name and reputation.
Implementing the continuous improvement system in our plant has had dramatic results. Some of the results have been a reduction in absenteeism in our plant. More of our workers, because they are now involved in sharing more and more ideas on how to improve, they feel a need and being wanted and a part of a team. So therefore they come to work. Now, Flexingate, as with other suppliers, will be able to carry on with the process of continuous improvement on their own. And it is all accomplished through dedication and teamwork.
I think one of the key ingredients of the continuous improvement program is the involvement of all the employees. There's an enthusiasm that goes with being a part of the change, participating on a day-by-day basis that can allow you to succeed where you normally couldn't. The entire operation depends upon everybody being committed. And the hourly employees, as well as the management employees, have joined together as a full team. Teamwork is still the answer.
All this has been achieved in some 8 months of intensive work as part of the Supplier Development Outreach Program. And it is not only Flexingate and Toyota who profit. The increased efficiency has also benefited other Flexingate customers, and its growing success and prosperity will be reflected in economic benefits to many of the people and small businesses in the surrounding community. This challenging and rewarding program involves a major commitment of funds and highly skilled personnel on the part of Toyota, and is being expanded to provide similar training and development to other suppliers. In return, Toyota asks only that the suppliers make a matching commitment to accept and fully implement the changes and improvements recommended by the Toyota consultants. This program represents a real international partnership. It is an act of faith in the future and a solid investment in the business and economy of this country. By the mid-90s, 50% of all Toyota vehicles and 50% of all parts and accessories sold in this country will be sourced here. The Supplier Development Outreach Program is a true symbol of Toyota's growing commitment to the people and industries of America.